Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today GSUI just filed a current report on Form 8 and I am seeing a significant update to their staking program that could impact distributions. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is making changes to how they handle staking rewards, aiming to distribute them more regularly to shareholders. Alright, so this is an 8K filing, which basically means something important happened that the company has to tell investors right away. For Grayscale Sui Staking ETF, ticker symbol GSUI. The big news is about an amendment to their trust agreement. This amendment is all about how they are going to handle the rewards generated from staking Sui tokens. The fund itself, Grayscale Sui Staking ETF, is all about letting investors get exposure to the Sui blockchain and earn rewards from staking those tokens without actually having to hold the tokens themselves or worry about the technical side of staking. The key point here is that around the 7th of August, they plan to sign amendment number 2 to their trust agreement. This is a pretty big deal because it changes how the staking rewards will be distributed. What this means in simple terms is that the trust will start regularly giving out the profits from staking to shareholders. Right now, it seems like those rewards might have been accumulating inside the trust. But with this change, they are going to convert the staking assets into cash at least every 3 months and then distribute that cash to the shareholders. They'll be keeping out enough cash to cover the trust's expenses, and some of that cash might even go back to the sponsor, Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC, as a fee for their work in setting up and managing the staking arrangements. This is a big shift from potentially just letting the value of the staked assets grow. Now, you are going to see actual cash distributions coming your way more frequently. The exact amount of these distributions, of course, will depend on how much SUI is staked and how many rewards are generated during any given period, which is something that cannot be predicted with certainty. Now, why are they making this change? The filing mentions that it is partly to comply with an IRS revenue procedure. This procedure, Revenue Procedure 2025-31, outlines how trusts can engage in staking activities while still being treated as a grantor trust for tax purposes in the United States. This is a really important detail for anyone invested, as it ensures the trust can continue to operate in a tax-efficient manner. Even though they believe this change is not bad for shareholders, they are giving investors 20 days notice before it officially goes into effect. This is a good practice, allowing investors time to understand the implications or ask questions. They've also filed additional documents, specifically Exhibit 99.1 about the material US federal income tax consequences, and Exhibit 99.2 covering supplemental risk factors. These are crucial reads for anyone holding G.S.U.I. They will likely detail how these new distributions might affect your personal tax situation and any new risks associated with this updated distribution policy. It's important to remember that any time trees a change in how a fund operates, especially regarding distributions and staking. New risks can emerge. The supplemental risk factors should give you a clearer picture of what those might be, and they plan to file a prospectus supplement to update all the official disclosures once this amendment is actually put in place. One small but relevant piece of information is that Grayscale Sui Staking ETF is checking the box as an emerging growth company. This designation allows them to use certain exemptions and extended transition periods for new accounting standards, which can sometimes mean their financial reporting might lag behind larger, more established companies. However, in this specific filing, we are more focused on the operational update. The ETF itself under the ticker GSUI is listed on the NYSE Arca. It is designed to give investors access to the Sui ecosystem and its staking rewards. The current price as of the 17th of July 2026 is around $10.7 with a 52-week range from $9.47 to $19.25. This amendment aims to make the returns from staking more tangible for investors through regular cash payouts. Looking at the broader context, the Grayscale Sui Staking ETF was launched earlier in 2026, with news reports highlighting its staking yield, aiming for around 7%. This new amendment is a move to institutionalize and standardize the payout of those staking rewards, making the ETF structure more aligned with traditional income. Generating investments, it makes the product potentially more attractive to a wider range of investors who are looking for yield. Now, speaking of the broader implications, changes like this often come with a trade-off. While regular distributions are great for income, they can also mean that the underlying asset's growth potential might be less directly reflected in the ETF share price if a significant portion of the rewards are paid out rather than reinvested within the fund. However, the primary goal here seems to be to provide a more predictable income stream. My biggest concern is always how these changes might impact long-term value. By distributing rewards, the ETF might not compound as quickly as if those rewards were reinvested. But for investors seeking regular income, this could be a positive development. What I am actually looking for is how consistently these distributions will be made and whether the sponsor's fees will significantly eat into the net rewards. The filings on tax consequences and supplemental risks are going to be key to understanding the full picture. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.